The church is not free. Some of the church is not free. That's very unholy. That's not the way of the Lord. That's not the way of God. That is not prosperity. That needs to stop now.
Yes.
Church and capitalism don't belong together.
Hey guys, we are making the trek from Cusco, Peru down to Arequipa, then over to Arica, Chile. Come let me show you how to do this trip. Good morning, you guys. Good morning from Arequipa or Arequipa. It's pronounced both, so don't come at me. Don't come at me, bro. We are in Arequipa, Peru. Oh my gosh, I think the last time I left off with you guys, we were at Machu Picchu. That was amazing. That was another life-changing experience. It was beautiful. My kids are over here talking about me as usual because they're haters, drinking that haterade.
You think you're a comedian. You think you're funny.
They're drinking that haterade, you guys.
You're funny.
So yeah, the last time I talked to you, Machu Picchu, climbing Machu Picchu. So that was amazing. We came down that day and we just, did dinner, chill, rest. The next day, that's when we checked out and we went back to Cusco. We had a full day because I did book the train for later in the evening because I wasn't sure we would get Machu Picchu tickets, and that was a blessing. Like, I am so happy that we got it. It was a little bit stressful, but like I said before, if that's your only choice, go for it. Just go earlier in the morning to get your ticket to go back, and you'll be in and out in no time. So that was good. So that's why I booked the train ticket back to Cusco later, just in case we didn't get it for the day we wanted. We would have that other day and then just come back on the train just the same. So we left Machu Picchu city or town about 4:40 something, and the train was just a hot mess. We didn't reach until super late at night because there was like 10 trains on this one tiny track. I don't know where everybody was trying to go. Peru Rail and Inca Rail have like 5 trains each. So we kept stopping to let a train pass. And then before you know, it was like 5-6 hours later. Ridiculousness. So that was a long night. Got to the Airbnb. Turn on the, you need a shower after all that because we checked out of our hotel. At least they, helped us and they let us check out at 1. So after that, we just, walked around the town a little bit, grabbed some food and everything. Get to our Airbnb in Cusco for the night. We couldn't stay at the same one we stayed at before because he was booked, and that was just a perfect Airbnb. Turn on the water, ready to go take a shower, nothing. Like, what? Trying to flush toilet, nothing. And I'm like, okay, so I texted the host, oh yeah, the city turn off the water or some crap like that. The city's mandating water. Or you guys, the day that I just had, I was pissed as, ooh, how are you going to rent your place? Like, I rented it the day before and I knew something was going on with the water in some parts because one of the Airbnb hosts that I messaged for the first day, he told me that something was going on with the water in his area. Yeah, it's slippery. The floor is so slippery, you guys. He said something was going on with the water in the area. So there wouldn't be water from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. So just a couple hours. So I'm like, okay. So that's why I didn't go with him. I went with the other host that's closer or right in the old city where tourists are. They're not going to shut the water off there, okay? So that one had water. So it's not everywhere that the water was out. But this guy just didn't tell us at all that there wouldn't be any water and just expect people to show up and not have water at all. He didn't even leave like nothing. So I'm like, so how am I supposed to shower? How are we supposed to flush the toilet? Yeah, it's out of my hand. It's a city that turned the water off. I'm like, so why didn't you tell me that? I would have booked somewhere else. Because he's like, yeah, we're in the old city. He was not in the old city to begin with. And I hate that you can't really pinpoint. And I try to go in on the map as much as I can. But he was not where, I know the water is because I was there a couple of days ago. So I know there was water because where we were staying had water. So he should have just been honest instead of being greedy, and trying to get money and tell us that there's no water. Because even in the morning, like he brought some gallon jugs of water so we could get to, do some ghetto shower, ghetto flush in the toilet. It was a hot mess. And yeah, so that was the whole thing. Like, I'm still going back and forth with Airbnb because that mess was a mess. Like, just be upfront and say there's no water. Don't let me show up and there's no water and just play it off as if it's normal. Like what? So yeah, so that was that. So we jumped out of there as soon as morning, and that was, you know, stressful because now we had a 7 p.m. bus planned, overnight bus from Cusco to Arica. So we had that entire day to burn without staying there anymore because I didn't cuss these people off. I'm like, I'm getting out of here because this is not it. So we went to the mall, we went to Starbucks, got my first, you know, pumpkin spice latte of the season. Woo-woo, basic beaches. So we just did that, you know, worked a little bit, did some stuff, and that was it. And then at 7 o'clock, like, and it was good because the last Airbnb host, he had our luggage and he was gonna meet us at the bus terminal to give it back. So we just had like backpacks that we brought to Machu Picchu, so that was perfect. So we could just walk around the mall, shop a little bit, chill. And then we went on an overnight bus last night, and it is now like 10 o'clock in the morning. We got into Arica around 8 a.m., 7 a.m. thereabout. So yeah, it's been a long couple of days. At least we showed up here. The host, the husband, wife, and their son, it is like you're home at grandma's. It is the cutest little thing. It is clean. She made sure everything was clean. She was showing me, she's like, yeah, if anything is dirty, if anything's not, you know, up to your liking, let me know. But I'm not going to show you the entire thing. It's a 2-bedroom. It's a 3-bedroom, but I noticed one of the bedrooms is locked. I guess because it's just 3 of us. So 1 bedroom has 2 beds, so the kids will sleep there. And then my bedroom, then there's 2.5 baths. Then you have this living room area, dining room area, and they just brought this table. They said the other one broke. So they were here like just chatting up with us and telling us, you know, giving us info, and just literally like I went home. And then you have this section over here where you can work, a desk and chair and a washer. The struggle is really, I'm going to wash like right now because we have so much dirty clothes from Cusco and Machu Picchu. But yeah, so child, look, okay, that is our struggle. That's a whole mouthful story right there. So we're just making our way down, and I'm going to see if you guys can guess where we're going. Once we get down to Arica area, it's either you go off to Bolivia or you go off to Chile. Which one do you think we're going? I'm not going both. One is stressing me out and I'm not going to do it because I'm tired of being stressed, okay? So I'm not going to do that country, but a lot of people do both. Which one do you think we're going to do? I'm not going to tell you until we get there. So we're going to enjoy Arica, and I'll let you know how we cross the border by land, which is what I'm doing. So we're just making our way over to that side. All right, so today is, I'm probably not going to record much of anything. It's literally just a down day. We're gonna get some food, get some water. We're still tired from the bus ride. The bus, it was pretty decent actually. It's a lay flat, almost lay flat seats. And you had like curtains you can separate from the next person beside you. But Jorla and I were together, so it was fine. Khalil was with another girl and they just separate. It was a cute bus, I liked it. And it was only $55 for all of us. So that was super inexpensive. So yeah, tomorrow though, I will take you down into Arica town center. People say they love it more than Cusco. So it's supposed to give that Cusco vibe, or Cusco give Arica vibe. Whatever it is, I'll take you to the old city, take you to show you around the cathedrals, the this, the that, let you see this city. But for today, probably gonna leave it off here. We're just gonna chill. There's 2 malls beside us. Like, yeah, we're gonna do that. I know. We need food, we need water, we need laundry detergent, so we're probably just gonna do some shopping real quick, and that's it. All right, you guys, I'm out for today.
And we're in Cusco.
Good morning, you guys. Good morning from Arica, Peru. We're just going down into the center to check out the old city, the main plaza, cathedrals. They have museums. And another thing that everybody comes here to do is the Calcoa Canyon. I didn't want to climb anything, you guys, but I did read that you could do it without climbing, but I don't know, you know, how much sense that would make to pay to go all the way there, not to be able to, you know, see the entire thing. But yeah, so that's something that you can do. But for me, we're just gonna check out the old city, see what's going on, see what it looks like, and that's it. And we are here. Yep, main plaza, Plaza Las Armas, Central Plaza, main square. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is so Spanish. And you can see tourists. And this is what I'm talking about. I hate when you can't see like the address or certain things with Airbnb, because everybody's like, oh, it's like a 15-minute walk to the center. No, when we mapped it, Google Maps says 28 minutes. So it's literally a 30-minute walk away. Whatever, it's just one day. But yeah, it is pretty. This is the museum. You can come in here. I believe it was 20 soles to get in. It is so pretty up here though. We're not gonna go in, like I said. We're just doing free stuff since it's just pretty much a stopover for us. Although, you know, you need to really give this city a day or two to appreciate it, but you guys are tired, okay? So we're just gonna walk around. But the square is full of people. Like, people are just chilling, living. I love it. So we couldn't go into the entire church. He just let us into like a small portion. I don't know if that's the norm or what. And then it says no video recording or cameras, so you don't get to see that. But it was cute. But I wish I could see the entire thing. Maybe you have to do the museum and then you can get a better look. I don't know, but yeah. So that's the church and the museum in one. And then just the plaza square right here. And my two Babri kids.
The church is not free. Some of the church is not free. That's very unholy. That's not the way of the Lord. That's not the way of God. That is not a prophecy. That needs to stop now.
Yes.
Church and capitalism don't belong together.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna keep walking and check it out, the main square. So if you want to get into the culture and, you know, sink in, dive in, there are quite a few museums, art galleries that you can go in and check out. Just keep walking down the street and you'll find something. So the kids stopped and grabbed something to eat. They just wanted McDonald's. They were tired of Peruvian food. But look, here you have a Pizza Hut, KFC, Burger King, and there was a super cute McDonald's back there, just blended in the architecture. I didn't have anything. I just want a smoothie, shake, something like that. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit weird. But yeah, look at this, you guys. Do you see this?
Yeah, it's a nice food plaza.
Yeah, they're stuffed. So we are just walking around. This street is so pretty too. So beautiful. I stopped here and I'm grabbing this. It's passion fruit and strawberry. That's what I decided to get. It was 4 soles, so $1. They're about 10 cents or so. And then we're just gonna keep walking. But it's such a pretty day though. We are on our way to Tacna. Tacna is the next stop. Well, that's the border stop. Then you get off, take a collectivo or taxi to get right to the border. Then we're gonna cross and then go over into Arica. But I'm just giving you the step-by-step. Right now we're in the Flores bus station. We paid 45 soles for the ticket, which is around $12–13. And I did realize that when I came up here, I was asking her some questions. She pulled up the seat map and there were cheaper seats. So we weren't really looking, we were just picking a seat. So that's a thing to keep in mind when you're picking seats on the bus. Just play around a little bit. You might get cheaper seats like in the middle or towards the back or whatever it is. We're like right in the front because we like that seat. So that was 45. I saw seats for like 34 and I swear I saw one for 22. I'm not sure, but I know I saw 34. So that's about what it is to get from Arica to Tacna. And then we paid 70 from Cusco to Arequipe, sorry. We paid 70 from Cusco to Arequipe, and then from Arequipe to Tacna is 45. and then we'll do Arequipa to Arica, spend the night in Arica, then Arica to San Pedro Atacama. That's the desert. That's one of the must stops in Chile, and then we're gonna make our way to Santiago and maybe the Chilean Patagonia, and then just continue on. But that's a way to, you know, see a little bit extra of the country, go a little bit chopped up, a little bit slower, but you save a ton of money because the tickets were ridiculous to fly straight from Cusco to Santiago, and then we still would have to fly back to San Pedro to see that, and then, you know, do all that. So this was a good option if you're trying to cross the border by land. I know I sound like crap, you guys. I feel like crap, and I look like exactly like crap. Oh my gosh, but it will be a long ride, about 6 hours or so for us to get to the border and then figure out crossing. Hopefully it's an easy border crossing into Chile. Good afternoon, you guys. Good afternoon from Arica, Chile. We made it over to Chile, and I'm gonna sit and give you all the info. I know I didn't keep you updated on the travel day because it was just so long and so crazy, but I'll give you the info in a second. Right now we are in Arica, right in the center, Plaza Las Armas. Always find one of those, the central plaza. There's a big old mountain back there with Plaza de Armas. Okay, see, Geraldine, he knows. So now we're just gonna walk around a little bit to check this out. Our bus leaves tonight, so we're taking an overnight bus to San Pedro Atacama, because that's, you know, the end goal. Well, not end goal, but that's where we're trying to reach from Cusco, instead of taking a plane. But yeah, look at this. We have a little market going here with little things that you can buy. We're not trying to buy any trinkets, you guys. We don't have any space, but we're just gonna find a seat, talk to you, let you know how to get here and where to go from here, you know, if you're planning a trip across South America. All right, so to get from Tacna to Arica, like I was saying, if you want to come from Cusco, you want to go to either Bolivia or come to Chile. And we met another couple last night. They were going from Cusco to Arica to San Pedro Atacama, and then they're going to Bolivia. So you can do the whole, you know, 3 countries or whatever if you want. But for us, we're just coming to Arica, then we're going from Arica to San Pedro. Okay, so from Cusco we did to Arequipa, and I told you that info. And then from Arequipa now we took the bus. It was 45 soles, like I said, and that took about 6 hours or so. Took us to Tacna. Once it drops you at Tacna, just walk out of the terminal, because it will drop you, and then you can just walk to whatever. You just walk straight out of the terminal, go across the street, and you'll see the international terminal. So there's 2 terminals that right beside each other. You want the international terminal because you're going across the border. So you're going from Peru to Chile. So once you get across to that terminal, go inside, find the booth that says 2 soles for your exit ticket. So you need to have that because the bus is going to ask you for that. I don't think it's real. It's just look, okay, just do what the people say, okay? Just do what they say. Just pay the 2 soles exit, and you keep that little ticket or little card, and then they'll ask for that on the bus. Once you get back outside of the terminal, just look for buses that are parked up, and it will have a sign that says Arica. It really wasn't hard. Come out of the Tacna station, go to where it says International Station, find a little booth inside, pay the 2 soles exit, get your ticket, go back outside, look for a couple buses lined up that says Arica. Arica is in Chile. That's where you're trying to go. Once you do that, they will take your passport. They're gonna hold on to it. Don't get too freaked out. I was freaked out. I was about to fight somebody, you know. They'll take your passports, put your bags under, you go in, and then once you're part way there, they will start collecting the fares. And maybe they do that for the fares, I don't know, so you don't cheat people, I don't know. But once you do that, they'll take the fares and then they'll start handing out your passports or your IDs back. Then you get to the border of Peru and Chile. You get out of the bus, take your luggage, you go and get out of Peru, they'll stamp you out, and then you go over to the other side. So the borders are just one over here, one over the other side, and they'll stamp you into Chile. You get back, you have to scan your baggage. You cannot carry any fruits, any produce, nothing. Just bring your regular stuff. Once you scan your bags, you go back, wait for the bus to pull up. They're gonna, you know, go through the bus with their dogs that's smelling for drugs and doing all that, and then you get back on the bus and it will take you to Arica station. From Arica, you just grab an Uber or a taxi to your hotel. So with us, because it's just me and the kids, this is the first time they've ever asked if I have a birth certificate or something that proves I'm their mom. We have the same last name, so I never really questioned it. Nobody's questioned us over after 50 something countries. But Peru, we were exiting and they're like, oh, how do we know it's your kids? I'm like, I came in with them. I'm like, I flew in, nobody asked me anything. And I think that's when she kind of stopped to, bother me. We were like standing there forever. And then when we went over to Chile side, he's like, yeah, so do you have a birth certificate? And I'm like, and the thing is, you guys, I walked around with that thing the entire 2.5 years. I just left it when we went back in May to Florida. And I didn't even take a picture or anything. I just left it because I'm like, nobody ever asked for it. So that was, my bad. But yes, they did ask, and he's like, yeah, because we don't know if it's how do we prove it's your kids? If they were smaller, we couldn't prove it. So he's like, they're older. Is that Jorel? Is that your mom? And Jorel's like, yes. So that's the only reason, because they're older, so it's easier to But of course, if they were younger, I'm sure I would be walking with everything to prove that they're my kids. So that's the only thing for moms traveling. Just remember to have some sort of proof apart from the passport, like your birth certificate, any papers you have with the children, especially for Chile. He said it's for kidnapping and stuff like that. So yes, so that is how you get from Peru to Chile. And then of course, as I said, you could get from Chile right back over to Bolivia, but I'll show you how to do it from here to our next country. So I just keep you going on the process. The sky is so blue, you guys. It is so beautiful over here. We are in the desert, so if you're looking for different landscapes in Chile, you want to see different areas, definitely come to the desert end, which is Arica, San Pedro, Atacama. That's where we're going next. And then of course, Santiago for the city, and then Chile and Patagonia. So you'll see like 3 different landscapes, different things. But yeah, we're just walking around. We have a couple hours to burn before our bus tonight. We just bought the ticket this morning. This is the oldest church, I think, in this city, country, maybe something. It's an old church, okay. But right now we're just walking, looking, and then we're gonna go try to find something to eat. I was showing you they have a whole market going on here that you can come and get some handmade crafts and little things. It's pretty. It's such a pretty day. And I showed a little bit of the water while we were driving here. I'm gonna show you if we get back that side in a little bit. Show you the beach side. This is where the Bolivians come to vacation and check out the beach. Super cool.